You see, there's turbulence ODM is going through, as expected. When a giant falls, many things happen. The kingdoms have been divided because when a giant falls, King David and so on, you see, kingdoms get divided. People fight for power, people fight for space and what have you. So that's normal. So at times like this, you need a hand that can steady the ship. For now, it can be Oburu, not because Oburu has any problem. I don't go with this issue of age, no.
Yeah.
After all, he's a youth leader.
Yeah, true.
You know, Gladys Wanga said, and I hope what this other guy is called, who he said the line is drawn. It is true, the line is drawn, but not in the manner in which they were saying it. The line is not drawn between the Luo and the Kikuyu, or between the Gachagua and the people. Gachagua will have his people if he stands for election, and so on and so forth, and vice versa. The line is drawn, in my thinking, in such a way that those from Luo Nyanza who want to be on the side of what is progressive change, on the side of what is needed to develop this country, on the side where Raila has been all his life. This is the time, the line is drawn.
Great to have you on Richard Mwenja Exclusive. Yet again, I'm here to bring conversations home that are touching on Kenya's political and governance landscape. And yet again, we're doing this from Ngara here in Nairobi. We are at 17 Losai. Of course, I know you're out here, a young professional, a student, or an investor looking out for apartments you can invest in. Come here and get studio apartments from as low as 3 million Kenyan shillings only. You can turn this into an investment portfolio for you, for your family, rent it out as B&B, or just have it as your home. And there are many things you can come and get from 17 Losai. Talk of elegant finishes, proximity to Nairobi CBD, ample parking, and of course, a spacious studio apartment. How about you contact them via the numbers displayed at the bottom part of your screen? But first things first, let's dive in today's conversation. Prof, great to see you. How are you doing?
Oh, we're fine. And you?
I'm fantastic.
Good.
Just looking sharp as usual, right?
Yeah.
All right, Prof. Something major has happened within Kenya's political landscape, and many want to pick your mind on it. And that is the installation of Raila Odinga Jr. as the head of family. But one question that lingers is, do you see this beyond just family leadership, but a new dawn of political direction for the Luo Nyanza, especially with the exit of Baba?
Let me not pretend to know. But it's normal. Junior is the only son. Unless there's another one we didn't hear. People were asking, hey, Giacomo has been around for long and nobody, hakuna mtu kamudu kamejitokeza.
Kama kwa Kibaki.
Kakula kamudu kamejitokeza. Kibaki was even more interesting. A 60-year-old man saying, this is my father. And even for William Olentimama, there's a 40-something-year-old man. Mind your business. Anyway, it's normal. Junior is the only. So naturally, in any family, you saw when Moi died, they installed Gideon.
Sure.
Jonathan. No, the other one.
Raymond Moi.
Raymond said, well, he's younger than me, but let's give him this to go and be head of family. So that's a normal thing. Whether there are political implications, I have no idea. My own thinking is, then the person to inherit Raila's political kingdom could be Junior, but I think Winnie seems to be more inclined to that. Yeah.
That was going to be my next concern, because the hard question now for ODM and Luo Nyanza at large is to be or not to be post-Raila Odinga.
Yes.
And oftentimes you've credited James Orengo to be the only man standing within ODM and outside ODM who fits to hold the candle for Raila Odinga. Seeing this first step of Junior being crowned the head of family, that granted.
Yes.
Beyond that, do you think we can rethink the Orengo issue when it comes to the future of Luo Nyanza?
You see, there's turbulence ODM is going through, as expected. When a giant falls, many things happen. The kingdoms have been divided because when a giant fall, King David, and so on. You see, kingdoms get divided. People fight for power, people fight for space, and what have you. So that's normal. So at times like this, you need a hand that can steady the ship. For now, it can be Oburu, not because Oburu has any problem. I don't go with this issue of age, no.
Yeah.
After all, he's a youth leader.
Yeah, true.
It is because he already took a stand, a firm stand. He's a hawk. He belongs in the same corner with like Gladys Wanga. You know, Pio and I,
Junet, perhaps?
Junet, Kina Pio and I, Kina Mbadi, those who are saying Raila told us to be with Ruto, Mbaga, Rudi Tena.
Baba gave us instructions.
We are here to stay in this government.
Yeah.
He's already that side. So it's very difficult for him to convince the other side and Kenyans that he can be a person to be trusted to bring ODM together. So you require somebody whose voice is respected. And that is how Orengo comes in. If they feel they fear Orengo for whatever reason, and I wouldn't see any reason, in any case, even for Orengo, it will have to be interim, in the interim. The future leader of ODM is Sifuna. You try anything else, it will not work. I'm telling you, it is Sifuna. And it's not Manyora saying, it's what everybody is saying. It is Sifuna.
Glad that you brought in Sifuna in this conversation, because now Sifuna comes from the third group that has emerged out of this sort of ODM turbulence. The first group is the Wanga Junet-led group. The second one of old guards, talk of Orengo, and just a few Anyang Nyongo, you name it. Then the third tax of the third generation now of Baboino and Sifuna. Are you saying Sifuna because he seems now to be the link between these two generations?
Yeah, it is. You see, anywhere at the national level of politics, family, at any level globally, there is an intergenerational change, whether you like it or not. The old are exiting the scene and the young are taking over. For any institution to survive, it must think succession.
Each generation has its own set of leaders.
Yes. Now, ODM can only survive if the old hand baton to the new. The passing on of Raila creates that moment. Because Raila believed in young people. You saw how much he believed in Sifuna. So they must now hand over to Sifuna. But in the interim, it can only be Orengo. Another name has begun to emerge. Which is, in other words, if these people fear Orengo, like I was saying, and they think Orengo can team up with Kina Sifuna, and they lock this thing out of the people who think they really deserve to be in charge, then they can think of Ida.
Mama Ida Odinga?
Yeah, and she won't be the first person. Spouses have taken over.
Matriarch.
You go to Pakistan, the Bhuttos. Go to the Philippines, Corazon Aquino. The wife took over. These things have happened. The patriarch goes, the matriarch takes over. It's normal. Ida can steady the ship so that she's neither this nor this, in between. She can moderate. She's a moderate who can moderate. As the party organizes, first of all, going through the morning, and then in the right time they go for their elections, and she can hand over power. She can let the party decide who then becomes the party leader in a very democratic election, the way Raila would have loved. So it's either Orengo or Ida.
Or Ida.
Yeah.
But then again, skeptics' judgment would say that there's another chance left for ODM to remain solid, and even for Luo Nyanza to sort of live up to Baba's legacy. And that is, if they are looking at beyond 2027, then maybe they take the DP seat. So far, a number of names have been floated within ODM that maybe John Mbadi should be in the pipeline of Ruto as the potential running mate in 2027. Is this one gesture that can maybe warm up to the people of Luo Nyanza, the DP position, and even for Ruto now to inherit Baba's solid following?
It is possible, but you see, it's not just picking a Luo and making them Ruto's running mate that will make Luos vote for Ruto. No. Even if they wanted, it has to be which Luo.
Not just Mbadi.
You must be Luo enough.
Mbadi isn't?
Not a question of Luo. I mean, the Luos must feel you. Mbadis, people will not feel Mbadis that represent the Luos.
First finance minister from Luo
Nyanza. Forget about it. Not that he's even super, but he will not even, he doesn't, people don't feel him.
Zero aura.
No, zero. It has to be somebody people feel, the Luos feel this is us. When Uhuru was picking people and giving them cabinet positions to appear to be national, the people like Rachel, Mamo, Kinazjua, Wangu, whatever, people told him those are not Luos. Those are yours. Our ni wako. Those are your own people. If you want our people, we shall tell you.
That's where Winnie comes in.
Yes. If you touch somebody like Winnie, the Luos will hear you. Now, huyo ni mtu yetu. And Babu Wino. You know, people say, now, he's resonating with the people. Babu Wino.
Raymond Omolo, perhaps?
I'm not so sure.
Powerful CS,
I'm not so sure. They are not looking for powerful CS. They're just looking for somebody who relates with them. You know, these are things you can't explain. Can you explain the Uhuru thing in Nyayo Stadium? Can you put your finger on it? Why does Uhuru seem to be the man who is almost just like Baba now? He's the only man who Kenyans can feel the way they felt Baba. Why? Is there anything he has done? Or you can so these things you can't explain. So it's Babu, and I can't tell you why. But Winnie, and I can't tell you why. It's not just Winnie is Raila's daughter. That's a bit of it. But there must be something else about Winnie. When she was in Nyayo Stadium, when she spoke, you saw that somebody can touch people somewhere. That's the thing I'm talking about. So Kenambadi don't have it.
However, don't you think the president is operating under constrained political space in terms of whether he has room to take in these allies even from Luo Nyanza? Because just before Baba passed on, already he was making room for allies to Gideon Moi. And word in town is that there are those from Gideon Moi's camp who are slated to be CSS, PSS, you name it. So now here comes the hard question of accommodating Baba's many to his own cabinet. Does this mean then he'll have to sideline Mount Kenya community who are the majority now in his cabinet? Is that the hard task for Ruto?
That is an option, but it's not a good option. For Nyanza, you don't need to add somebody from Nyanza on to Mbadi. You remove Mbadi to create room for another one.
I see.
If you want to give Winnie, and this will happen, you remove Opio and you put Winnie. So
it's not about the numbers.
No, the numbers could remain the same. For Gideon, Ruto comes from the same constituency with Gideon.
Sure.
So there's not much that will be demanded of Ruto in terms of giving Kano people. Where are these Kano people?
Nick Salat is watching.
Nick Salat is my friend.
And Pogisio.
Pogisho, yes.
Yeah.
Pogisho is a person. Pogisho, Pogisho, they can give Pogisho. And that's just take one slot from Mount Kenya.
Mutai Kaigo Rebecca Mia.
No. The two likely casualties. Lee Kinyanjui and Kafogo. Kafogo. Those two are going. Those are Amanda. Oh.
ICTCS.
I've been advising some ministers, don't keep personal belongings in your office. Pia and I. Toa, hizo mapicha toa kwa ukuta yote.
The clips are hitting the ground with such a buzz.
Yes, which is true because people know it is true. We've been here long enough.
You're extending the same notice to Kafogo. And Lee Kinyanjui.
Yeah.
Don't you think that will be political suicide for President Ruto because he's trying to make inroads?
I'll tell you why.
Tell me.
Not because Kafogo is incompetent. I think he's incompetent, but that's not the reason. These are people, they belong to the same club with Uhuru Kenyatta. They can talk it at club level.
Pale Mudaiga.
Wacha kamutu kachukue hii. Because he has bigger things to do. He has his billions and deals to do. Tuache kamutu hii nafasi. It's easier to talk him out. Yeah.
It makes sense. Prof, clearly, what we can conclude as of now, going by your analysis, is that Raila Odinga never left a roadmap beyond 2027. It was just between now and 2027. That is when it comes to working with President Ruto.
Yes.
And then again, if you are to look at post-2027, would you still argue that people like Otiende Amolo, they better remain in the camp of the Sifunas, if indeed they want to see themselves beyond just Raila being in the picture?
You know, Gladys Wanga said, and I hope with what this other guy is called, who he said the line is drawn. It is true, the line is drawn, but not in the manner in which they were saying it. The line is not drawn between the Luo and the Kikuyu, or between the Gachagua and the people. Gachagua will have his people if he stands for election, and so on and so forth, and vice versa. The line is drawn, in my thinking, in such a way that those from Luo Nyanza who want to be on the side of what is progressive change, on the side of what is needed to develop this country, on the side where Raila has been all his life, this is the time, the line is drawn.
Now?
You either remain with the Orengos in terms of thinking Anyang' Nyong'o, Sifuna, or you go with those side.
Political merchants.
Yeah, those political merchants. Kina Gladys Wanga, kina Pio Andai, kina John Badi. Those are merchants. Those are people and they are cowards. History will fish them out. When the history is written, they will, a small mention,
Footnote.
the cowards of ODM from Luo land. They will be just listed in one line or some footnote. Say they were during the struggle when there was Raila passed on and the party was struggling and the country was also struggling. There were certain cowards. And then footnote yapo, their names are there.
I'm glad you brought the issue about cowards. Oftentimes on these conversations, you've talked about political sycophants or just sycophants at large are never respected deep down.
Nobody.
On the face of it, people want them around them, but they don't hold them in high regard.
No.
You've accused minds like Kaluma to be part of the biggest political sycophants. So if indeed they have to recalibrate this element,
this is the time, the line is drawn.
Is it the time whereby they should face that test to change for the better or not?
It is a simple test. Join Orengo, Anyang' Nyong'o, Sifuna, Babu, and the rest.
And redeem yourself.
In ensuring, in making sure that ODM continues to play its role as the biggest, most organized party that fights for political space for people, that fights for democracy, good governance, and so on. Or remain the other side, or people who are minding their stomachs. The simple test.
One word for your friend Robert Alai as we conclude the show.
I don't want to tell anything about it. We talk on Twitter with a lie.
There you have it. That point brings us to the culmination of our conversation today, discussing matters to do with ODM, Luo Nyanza, and just politics in Kenya at large post Raila Odinga. How about you make a call to 17 Losai, and probably you're an investor out there who want maybe to get this studio apartment, turn it into an Airbnb, to just get the best value for your money. Contact them today. You'll have elegant finishes once you have one of these studio units. Ample parking, of course, proximity to Nairobi CBD, just a stone throw away. We're talking about also surveillance security systems here. Top notch. How about you contact them and come with your 3 million Kenya shillings? You'll have a unit for yourself from as low as 3 million Kenya shillings. Do contact them today, and we do this again next week, same time, same place.